Here.
Member Raymond?
Here.
Member Reindl is not present currently. Member Roche?
Here.
Member Starkey?
Here.
And Chair Kaplan?
Here.
We have 6 members present.
Sounds good. Before we begin, pursuant to Section 70 of the Open Meetings Act, the February 5th, 2021 disaster proclamation, written determination of the Zoning Board of Appeals Chair. Public hearing can be held with video or audio conference without a physical quorum. Due to public health concerns, this hearing is being conducted via audio conference. Please note the hearing may be continued without further notice on the motion of the Zoning Board of Appeals. All interested parties will be notified of that. Hearings being recorded and live streamed at lakecountyil.gov/watch ZBA to allow for public to watch the hearing live. In-person attendance was also made available at the Lake County Permit Facility, 500 West Winchester Road in Libertyville. As a reminder to board members, share your video if you can. And if you mute yourself, if you are not talking, that the applicant as well. We will call on you and we'll look for a virtual hand or a normal hand wave if you do have anything that you want to say. Before we start, Member Peterson is going to lead us in the pledge. If you want to pop the flag up, Krista, that would be great. And Member Peterson, I'll turn it over to you for the pledge.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. I missed a word. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Member Peterson. Appreciate it. This is a legal public hearing, so anyone that's going to make testimony or have anything to say needs to be sworn in. So if you would raise your right hand at this time. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sounds good. Thank you. At the time, I will turn it over to staff for the staff presentation. After that, we'll turn it to the petitioner to go ahead and make their presentation. Then we'll bring it back to the board to have any questions, and then we'll go from there. So, Brad, if you want to take over from here and give us the background.
Thank you. Good morning. Applicant seeking a variation of the burden of proving to the Zoning Board of Appeals that the required standards of the UDO have been met, even if there's no objections to a variation. At the conclusion of today's case, the ZBA must make a finding of fact, identifying its reasons for granting or denying the variance. The board may require the petitioner to meet certain conditions so the use allowed by a variation will not have a negative impact on nearby properties. The applicant and the public will have the opportunity to make suggestions regarding appropriate conditions. ZBA case 000-616-2020 is a variation request to reduce the east side yard setback from 6 feet to 0.31 feet to accommodate an increase in height from 7 feet to 8 feet for the rear portion of an existing detached garage. The applicant is Future Equity Properties LLC, who is managed by Stanley C, Dee and R.M. Perkins. The property address is 907 West Washington Avenue in Lake Bluff, Illinois. The size of the property is 0.37 acres and is conforming lot in the R3 zoning district. The legal notice was published in the Daily Herald on December 26, 2020. Correspondence has been received from the Lake County Divisions of Engineering, Building, and Public Works. The applicant, Randy Perkins, will present the case today, and I'll be happy to take any questions.
Sounds good. Any questions of staff? Hearing none. Mr. Perkins, we'll turn it over to you. If you want to tell us what you're doing and a little background, would be appreciated.
They're asking for you to present what it is that we're doing. And so the reason for the application.
Oh, sure. Sure. Well, thank you for reviewing and considering our application today. We appreciate the time that you're all taking for this. The project is to spruce up an existing detached garage that consists of a front portion of a building that has a hip roof and a back portion of the building, about 1/3 of the size of the building, that has a, I think it's called a shed roof or a lean-to roof. The building was built, we believe, anecdotally in the 1950s. And we wish to turn this into a nice looking, good good sound structure in the neighborhood, which includes things like new windows and siding, new roof, and structural reinforcement, and doing some also. We wish to you'll see the roof we're raising to create a slope that would meet code. And in order to meet code, we need to increase the slope a little, and that increases the bulk of the building a little, and thus the need for the variance as we understand it.
Sounds good. That's all you've got. We'll turn it over to the board members to ask any questions. We'll start with member Hockney.
No questions.
All right, thanks, Denny. Member Peterson.
I don't have any questions. It was difficult to see the site the other day because of the snow. But on the schematics, it looks pretty clear what your intent is.
Thanks, Bria. Member Raymond.
Okay, I saw the place 2 days ago, and like Maria said, it was difficult to see because of the blue tarp that was on the thing. But the one thing that caught my attention and puzzles me is in the drawings, it shows the existing 6.5 foot elevation of the back wall. And the petitioner says in order to make it 8 feet. I don't remember having any kind of a conditional use or variance that has made reference specifically to a rear wall like this. Can you explain that? Because if you're trying just to get pitch, you can get it a lot of other different ways than raising the back wall. You can raise it at the opposite end of the roof line. Can you explain that to me, please?
So what he's asking, Randy, is the wall height. And so between, you have the very back wall. He's asking about the back wall
back
height.
wall?
And so the back wall height, and he's asking, he says there are various ways to increase the pitch on the roof, and he's asking about the increase in the back wall height.
Oh, sure. That's to make the interior space passable for a person of normal height. This is an area that was intended for storage and for some work area, and the way that we wanted to, it didn't have any joists. It just had rafters, and that does not seem sound.
Okay, that answers my question. I can understand that now. Thank you very much. I have no other questions.
Great. I don't think Reindl joined us. Nope. Member Roche.
No questions.
Great. Thanks, Maggie. And Member Starkey.
Just had one question. As I was looking at the plans and stuff, it seems as though they're drawn by the owner. Are these acceptable for a building permit, or do they need to be detailed drawings by an architect?
We will be working with the building department to make sure that the formulas that the architect has to certify have been certified by an architect, and any other details that are requested, of course, we'll add to the drawings.
Member Starkey, I have Dave Marczewski from our building division that can answer that question also. Dave, you want to try to jump on and answer that?
Yes, this is Dave Majeski, and I did a review on the prints that were submitted, and they were sufficient for our plan review for the building department.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. No other questions.
Great. Thanks, Member Starkey. And I do not have any further questions either. With that, is there anybody else online? Brad, I didn't ask if any of the public was online today.
No, nobody else is present besides the applicant.
Perfect. And the applicant, just a question to the applicant. I assume none of your neighbors have any issues with this as well?
None whatsoever.
Great.
They're happy because previously it was an eyesore, and now it is looking so much better that many of them have walked by and thanked us for what we're doing.
Good. That's awesome. Glad to see it. With that, before we close testimony, we'll go around and we'll start with Member Starkey. How you feeling? And also, if you have anything that you're going to add to the motion, now's the time to throw that in there. That anything that meets the standards on why we'd vote in favor of or against. We'll start with Linda.
Well, since the property was platted or constructed in 1953 before the setback regulations, the side yard setback, that is a feature that is a unique condition to this property, as well as the height of the actual new garage, or the old garage was too low for a person to walk in. So the improvements that they're recommending, I think, are reasonable, and I'm in support of them because of those two items.
Sounds good. Thanks, Linda. Member Roche?
I agree with Linda. I'm in support of it.
Great. Sounds good. Thanks. Member Ryan not here. Member Raymond?
No comments.
Great. Sounds good. Member Peterson?
In concurrence with members Starkey and Roche, and this construction, if the permit is granted, will also help them be in code compliance as well, so that they can use their garage in code compliance with the UDO.
Great. Thanks. And Member Hockney?
I concur with all the comments previously made.
Great. Sounds good. Thanks, Denny. I do as well. I have no issues with it. I think it'll be an improvement, and happy to hear the neighbors are happy. Before we make a motion to close testimony, I'll ask the petitioner, do you have any final comments before we go for a vote?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. Sounds good. With that, motion would be in order to close testimony if someone would like to make that.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by second. I think that was Linda. Any discussion? Brad, for roll call, please.
Member Hockney,
Aye.
Member Starkey,
Aye.
Member Peterson,
Aye.
Member Raymond,
Aye.
Member Roche,
Aye.
Chair Cappan.
Aye.
No, testimony is closed.
Sounds good. And with that, a motion would be in order then to approve. And if you'd put a couple of those comments made during comments there into the motion, that'd be appreciated.
I'll make the motion if that's good.
Perfect.
So I make a motion to approve the permit variance request for case number 0000616-2020 for the following reasons: that this garage was constructed in 1953 prior to the setbacks. Also, that this garage does not meet the current code. So by giving the variance, they will be up to code and for the roof drainage. And if this permit isn't, this variance permit isn't given, then they will be they won't be up to code, period. I'm sorry. Still trying to get used to this new stuff. Sorry.
And then if you just want to read the reduced east side setback into the record, the actual.
And without the requested variance, they will not be able to go up to the 8 feet within the required setback. Is that what you mean?
Perfect. If you just want to read the way they've got it written up, side. One on there.
And the number 2 comment portion, is that what you're referring to, Greg?
No.
If you just read the reduced east, where what they're asking for, the 4.131 feet.
From 6 feet to 0.31.
Oh, thank you.
That'd be perfect.
Okay. Are we set?
Yeah. We do this 6 feet to 0.031 feet to accommodate the increase, and then 7 feet to 8 feet for the rear portion of the existing detached garage. It's perfect. Got a first from member Peterson.
Second.
Second from member Starkey. Any discussion? Seeing none, Brad, roll call if you would.
Member Peterson,
Aye.
Member Starkey,
Aye.
Member Hockney,
Aye.
Member Raymond,
Aye.
Member Randall's not present, Member Roche,
Aye.
and Chair Cappan.
Aye.
Variations passed 6-0.
Sounds good. Congratulations to the petitioner. You can be in contact with staff, and staff will reach out to you as you move forward.
Great, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Great. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
We have no need for executive session, but I believe staff has some updates.
No.
Did the applicant have a question?
Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions for them?
Oh, no, I don't.
No, thank you very much.
Great. Sounds good. Thank you. All right, Krista, we'll turn it over to you if you've got an update on our upcoming hearings on cannabis.
Yes, we're in the process about ready to finalize those dates finally, and Brad's going to be sending out some formal communications, I think either later today or tomorrow, with the exact dates and times. But we're looking at the third week of April for those the cannabis text amendment hearings. So, and we'll be also getting Brad's going to be working on getting the March calendar out for you as well.
Great. Sounds good. How does March look, Brad? Busy or not too bad?
One hearing on the 25th of March. I'm still waiting to hear back from Illinois Attorney General on updating the OMA training online. As soon as I do, I'll send out a link, and you can do that online here in the next couple of weeks.
Great.
At the 25th?
25th, it's a Thursday morning.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds good there. Any board members have any questions or comments? Here, none. A motion to adjourn would be in.
I so move.
So moved. With that, we are adjourned. Have a great weekend, everybody. And we'll see you in March, and we'll get that email from staff coming up for the April meetings in the next couple of days.
Hi, everybody. Enjoy the nice spring weather.
Thank you, Greg.